Pesky Penguin here. Just wanted to go over a couple things in this video. First thing you'll see in the background, Mitch asked me to do this. Some people, I guess, thought we didn't have that much loot or we didn't play all that much, so this is kind of a quick video of all the loot and stuff we have as far as God gear and whatnot goes, and diamonds and our valuables. On a little base tour, it's not the best recording, but kind of shows everything. It's actually funny because when we were pulling all the valuables and stuff together, we kept finding stuff, and even after I recorded this video, I found tons of sets and weapons, so it was kind of ridiculous how much stuff we had. But so yeah, so enjoy the video in the background. Just kind of an overview of all the stuff we did this map. The updates I want to go over for ChoiceCraft, which some of them, trust me, I'll probably forget. I'm not not the best at remembering anything or everything, and not the best at communication to you guys while I work on the server. I promise to you guys I have been working on the server. I haven't forgotten about it. I play some other servers and PvP a lot and all that stuff, but kind of when I'm at work, I mess around with the plugins and stuff, which has been the main reason why it's been put off, is because I want to make sure the plugins are right and everything's right. Just because the network's kind of died, and I really want to give this a good solid chance by making sure the server's good to go. So that's the reason for the holdup. But I do promise it is soon. I don't have a date for you guys yet, but it is soon. So here's the couple things that at least I have written down that I want to cover. I promise, and I know I probably missed a bunch of stuff in this, so if you have, please just ask your questions in the comments. But the one thing, I was a big advocate for Strength 1 for PvP, and I like the fights to last longer, but I do think we are going to go back to Strength 2. I know a lot of the players on ChoiceCraft just aren't big PvPers, so Strength 2 definitely has its advantages for those types of players. So Strength 2 will be brought back. That's the first thing. The next thing, invis, before everyone asks, I'm probably just going to leave it default. 8-minute invis, we used to have the choice invis. We're not going to do that again. I've contemplated the 3-minute invis. I'll still hear opinions on that. If you guys just want to have a max 3-minute invis to try to soften it for whatever reason, to me it's either 6 to 1, half a dozen the other. So that's that. MCMMO. According to Ash Hour, we can transfer MCMMO no problem. So I have the server up and running, and I'll probably do the transfers at the very last second, just so it's as up to date as possible. So yeah, that's gonna transfer. The combat MCMMO, which we have turned off for this map, I am gonna bring it back. Much smaller values. We'll max out swords at like 500, bows at like 500. I already went through the plugin probably a month and a half, 2 months ago, and already configured it. I don't have it in front of me. I can paste, as I did before, kind of the settings that I had, and really the first week will be everyone testing and grinding and see what's OP and what's not, and if there's something that's just seriously broken, I'll make a quick fix and we'll adjust. So it won't be perfect right away, but we will have combat MCMMO again. So good old grinding. The XP multiplier for MCMMO, so your MCMMO XP gain, will be turned up. I believe I have it at 2.5 right now for the next map. So that way, grinding's faster. You won't spend as much time grinding to the higher levels. Once you get past the max level you can get, at that point, you're just grinding to be on leaderboards, which is fine. I mean, a lot of people like to do that. They have in the past. But I do think the max levels that I have are pretty even. But like I said, without testing with a bunch of people, we're not really going to know. So hopefully that goes smooth. The one thing that I'm thinking about nerfing is the alchemy stuff. I think some of those pots that they give you in MCMMO is just plain ridiculous. So we're gonna look into that. But that's one of the last few things on my list to look at. Ender Pearls will stay enabled. I do think they were a great addition to ChoiceCraft, even though when I first became staff I was 100% against them. But after playing other servers, and I just think it adds a great aspect to the game and factions itself. So we're gonna keep Pearls. The end, we're not gonna do an HCF style. um, end again, so it's going to be an open end. You'll be free to break end stone, and we'll have to grind pearls the old way. I'm going to take them out. If we do use the Loot Crate plugin, which I think our new dev, Denti, will be working on, transferring it between the two different servers, or the network and the 1.7 server, because Bungie, it's hard to explain, but it isn't compatible with the other servers, so we're going to have to figure out how to get those for donation-wise. Um, but yeah, the Pearl should be a little bit more meaningful to get this map. The other thing, Koth, King of the Hill, I have the plugin. Some Koths are built. I know Black built us a Koth. A couple other people built us a Koth. My only problem, I'm probably not going to have them enabled right away or even copied in the map. And the reason for that is I'm not sure how to combat the punch bows and the knockback swords, because honestly, it will become nearly impossible to cap a Koth if you have 15 people online and you're all sitting there surrounding, and someone with a bow shoots through everyone and hits one person that's capping off of the Koth after 14 and a half minutes. Like, that's just kind of ridiculous and unfair. So still need to work on that. If you guys have ideas, definitely post them, because I'd love to be able to enable costs on ChoiceCraft if we can find a way to make it available and work right for everyone. Next, the looting will stay. We'll still have increased XP depending on the looting level you use on a sword for grinding, so that'll help. Um, and the other thing is, the biggest thing is we're going to 1.7. If you didn't know that, we're going back to 1.7. For factions, it's just better. It's a lot of explaining. It can be a whole conversation in its own, but we will be going back to 1.7. Next is the rules. The rules will be rewritten. I've already started on it. They're going to be much more clear. They're going to be up to date. They're going to cover everything. Chat will probably be a lot less restrictive. We'll have stuff. I don't even know if we'll have stuff filtered. It's just the way Minecraft is now. There's no point. No offense to you guys, but kids are just vicious these days, and trying to control it only makes it worse. I know we've always been a PG-13 server, and I don't really want to get rid of that aspect. It just, there will be rules against certain things that people say that are not okay, like life threats and telling someone to kill themselves and racism. That stuff will never be allowed here, ever. And the final thing I'll go over, I can't believe I'm saying this, I've decided to do one more unban. Everyone's going to be unbanned. Even people that I cannot stand, people that have made it a point to make their whole existence on ChoiceCraft to piss me off or do whatever they do just to for whatever reason. You will all be unbanned. Okay, this is a fresh start. It's a fresh server. We're starting from scratch. It's just, I think it's going to be better for everyone, especially with the new rules and the new punishments. So that is also a thing. However, if you're known in the ChoiceCraft environment and you're caught messing around right off the bat, myself, any of the other staff that have had issues with you, we will not hesitate to ban. Keep that in mind. The reason I'm doing this is because it's just as easy to unban you as it is to reban you. So that covers just about everything. For now, anything I missed or anything you want to know about, just ask in the comments, and I'll have more updates for you soon on the forums, which I'll put in the description. All right, I'll talk to everyone later. See ya.